Hey guys, Magnus Robert here. Welcome to another episode of your TSTO events. So today we are dropping Uta because last month I did the first entry to the idea competitions and Uta was technically included in that. So this month I'm dropping Uta. But today we're going to look at 3 events. 2 of them are mini events, one of them's a major event, I believe. So let's look at them. So this first one is kind of different. It's laid out very differently to normal events, but I thought I'd show kind of like some of the content that's being added in this idea. So this is an event idea from Mr. Burns, aka Devilish. So this is an event idea brought to the future from season 11, episode 17. So we got some returning items here, as you can see, very nice. And then I believe this is I think it's kind of in a weird way. So we have, I'll just go through it. So we obviously have the Act 1, Future Ned Flanders here, very cool. Future Ralph for 60 donuts, this is the 5th prize of course. Future Nelson is the 5th prize for Act 2. Future Lenny, Carl and Mo for 180 donuts. Future Rod and Todd are 110 there. Future Ken Brockman will be the Act 4 prize, and Future Krusty will be the Act 3 prize. We have the animated job for Mooch Bart will be Get Strangled. It will be a prize for in Act 2, and then we have an animated job for Bart, Look into the Future for Act 4, prize in Act 4. So this was Mr. Burns, aka Devilish's first ever attempted event, and obviously it's not fully fleshed out, but I really wanted to show it anyway because it's like a good, you know, kind of first effort, if you know what I mean, like stepping stones. I used to do this when I did my early event ideas. I didn't want to like go full out and make a whole event, so a lot of the times I would just kind of bring items I wanted to be added, and you know, kind of character combos, character building combos. I don't know, there's something about this I really appreciate it. So I just wanted to show this one real quick. This one obviously didn't take me much time, but I wanted to show it off. I don't know, it's a cool first attempt. Loads of people obviously future event part 2 is definitely possible in the future. I've got one in the work. Well, I've had one in the works for years. But yeah, maybe I'll show that one off next one day. But yeah, yeah, great first attempt at a little event there. Moving on, we of course have Old Jewish Man. So yeah, Old Jewish Man has some great events. So this is the Beatles Midi-Event. I don't know if that's meant to see. Is that meant to be mid? Okay, Midi-Event. No, I get it. For this event, I'm going to use a format that I've named a Midi-Event. This event will have 2 acts in the standard multi-event format, and they will both have a new they will both add a new prize track and a new premium item, just like any other item. So this is quite similar to my cult event that I did a few last week or a few weeks ago. So obviously we have the quest line here. I'm not going to read it out, but if you want to read it, you can pause it and read it now, or you can look at the Discord, go in the Discord, because I would have pinned it by now. So that's the Act 1 quest line. In the Act 1 store, we have Wellness Foods with Linda McCarthy for 150 donuts. Very cool. And the Act 1 prizes here, we have Ringo Starr as the first prize, then the St. Beatles Cathedral as a building, George Harrison as another prize as a full playable character, the Beatles Billboard, and Paul McCarthy as a final character. So a little bit unrealistic that we'd get 3 characters. I think 2 would certainly be possible. Also, obviously, it's the Beatles. Probably won't get the Beatles in the tapped out, but it's cool. It's cool to, you know, theorize. It's cool to kind of be creative like this. Then we have the Act 2 quest line here, as you can see. If you want to read it, pause now and give it a read. And then we have the Act 2 store. So we have Suicide Notes with Keiko. Keiko? Is that how you say it? 150 donuts. Pretty cool. Yeah, cool building. Definitely one that should have been added in the Homer Palooza event. I hope it does get added eventually. Then we have the Act 2 prizes. We have Mop Top Pop. We have the Purple Submarine, the Ed Sullivan Show Stage, Ed Sullivan Show Suits, and then John Lennon as the final prize. Would have been kind of cool actually if maybe instead you swap like George Harrison around for one of these things. I know it maybe won't fit as well, but... And then the epilogue is make Springfielders attend the Beatles reunion party times 25 and make the Beatles perform. And it will end the event, so you get all 4 of the Beatles, obviously. And then we have some jobs here. As an animation, we have Play the Bongos for Linda McCarthy. And then we have Protest for Animal Rights. For Ringo Starr, we have Read Fan Mail, as you can see here. And Practice Drums. Both of those are animations. For George Harrison, we have Tune Guitar as an animation. And we have... Where's your animation? Oh, it's Snack on Brownies. There you go. What's this guy's name again? I forget this guy's name. Paul McCarthy. How am I forgetting Paul McCarthy? It's because he's animated, right? Slap bass for as an animation, and Perform as an animation. And then for John Lennon and Keiko, we have drink a single plum soaked in perfume served in a man's hat as an animation, and Primal Screech. And then for John Lennon, we have Ride the Purple Submarine as an animation, and Stage a Bed. Stage a Bed in? Oh, Stage a Bed in. Okay, yeah, I really like this. Now, of course, it's probably going to be unrealistic that we ever get the Beatles, but I don't know. I like it. I think there's some cool things in there. I like, you know, the Ringo Starr obviously had some little prominent scenes, so I don't want to happen, but like they said there, fun project. So next up we have the Husband and Knives mini-event by Pharaoh God, aka Lego Roy Toes. So here's the start of the event. Comic book guy starts jacking up prices on comic books, causing Bart to get upset, make Bart threaten to go to Coolsville, and then you'll unlock Coolsville. So you have the quest line here if you want to pause it and watch. Read, sorry, not watch. And then we have part 5 and part 6 there. So there's six parts. So the act prizes here, we've got Snooze It 11, and then we have the closed comic book and closed Android's Dungeon there, with I believe an animation for comic book. Then we have shapes. We have the new shapes, and then we have this dude with this dude. We'll see what it is. It's cool. I forget his name. And then we have the League of Extraordinary Freelance with extraordinary freelancers with the used jugged hats, and we have the Palm Springfield Resort with the Jock. Now this was added before. I think this event was kind of posted before we actually got this in the game, so of course bear that in mind. But that's 150 donuts. And then we have this, I forget this guy's name, man. I wish he wrote it down. Yeah, I don't think it's written down anywhere, which is a bit, unless it's written down in the quest line. I kind of skimmed through it. Okay, it's not written down, but it's not too important. Someone will tell me in the comments. So we have try out new surgery methods as an animation, and we have outside plastic surgery, and then we have, I think this is a costume for Grandpa? I'm not even sure. Is it a Homer? I can't even tell. I don't remember this episode very well. Cry from Nipples, and I think that's the only one. Oh, okay. And then we have the freelance writers, Beat Up Comic Book Guy, and Fly Around Springfield. And then we have this guy, Work Out and Do Swimming Exercises. So, yeah, I kind of like this one. It's pretty cool. Husband and Knives mini-event. I don't know. It's kind of... Yeah, I like it. It's a little, not the normal thing I go for, but it's pretty good overall. So, yeah. So that, I guess, concludes it. Unless, do you know what? No, it's not concluding it. I'm going to go on. I'm going to be very, really nice to Old Jewish Man. There's not many events by Old Jewish Man. But we're going to go through this. This is another MIDI event. So, obviously, same thing as the Beatles one. And here's the quest line if you want to pause and look at it. Very good. And then here's the Act 1 store. We have the Kennedy Center, John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts with Faith Crowley for 150 donuts. And then the Act 1 prizes, we have the Spirit of St. Louis, the National Arts and Space Museum, Veterans of Popular Wars Hall, the Patriot of Home of Tomorrow stage, and Trong Van D. I can't pronounce his name. That kid. The Act 2 quest line is here, as of course you can see if you want to pause and read it. And then in the Act 2 store, we have the Springfield Lumber with Jerry for 150 donuts. Obviously, this was the guy who was trying to coerce Bob Arnold into letting him destroy the environment, basically. Then we have the Veterans of Unpopular Wars Hall, where then we have Mark Russell type, the Thomas Jefferson statue, Winfred Beaver House Memorial, and then Bob Arnold as a final character. And then we have some animations. So we have handout VIP badges, announce winners. We have flaunt his check, punter football. For Jerry, we have signal bribes and deforest. For this guy, I forget his name, play piano and chorus line. Chorus line? And then for Bob Arnold, photo shoot for as an animation, take bribes as an animation. Very good indeed. Yeah, so I thought I'd be nice and show both of them, because they're both kind of mini. So, it was a bunch of mini events, or Midi-Events as they're called. Yeah, that was interesting. So, tell me your thoughts on those ideas. I'll pin all 4 of them. I'm doing 4, kind of crazy. I'll pin all 4 of them in the chat, so you can make sure to go look at them. Don't worry, Uta will be next month, sorry, not week. Uta's just got so many of events. It's kind of ridiculous, but yeah, it's gonna get to the point where I just physically can't drop Uta because of the sheer amount of events. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Tell me your thoughts, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks for watching as always. Goodbye.